Hey, how's it going? Cameron Malpe here, aka the Paint Hustler. I just want to talk a bit, just run my mouth, frankly, a little bit, and I'm not going to apologize for that. So I just want to, I was wondering, what value do I really bring to the table here as far as a YouTube channel? What tangible value, right? Like, I don't have a very successful business. I have a semi-successful business. I am not a millionaire. I make, roughly around six figures, low six figures, and it's challenging. And there's a lot of people out there who sell, courses on starting a painting business at different scales. Being the sole owner, painter. Then there's kind of the next scale, like $1 million business where you have employees. And then you have another scale where you have like a giant business of several $1 million and you use subcontractors. And I feel like the space is pretty well filled with people who have a lot more expertise and experience and who are better qualified to talk about or to teach like actually starting a business. So I'm not really trying to fill that space. I'm more like, I don't know if you guys know who Keith Kalfas is. He kind of got me started on entrepreneurship and inspired me, to start like a little window cleaning business. And I always found his videos to be really inspirational. Shout out Keith Kalfas. He talked about his struggles, his emotional struggles, with ups and downs and uncertainty and just how stressful and challenging it was to be an entrepreneur with no experience and no one in your family being an entrepreneur. So I'm more trying to go towards that, cater towards young people or probably guys, let's be realistic, maybe some women who are young, who are millennials. I'm 27, who want to start a business, and maybe you see some dude who's like 45 and you're like, well, I'm not, I'm still young. And I just want to say I've done it, I've achieved something, it's not like I do like $500,000 a year. I'm not like starving. I make like, six figures, 100, 150 maybe, and hopefully a lot more in the future. But it's really challenging, and I just want to, honestly, this is mostly a vanity project at this point, but maybe it'll turn into something, maybe it won't. Who knows? But I'm just trying to think of the value I bring. So that I think the value is more like inspiration or encouragement, because I've got a lot of value out of other entrepreneurs like Keith Kalfas, some extent like Tigran Gertz, less so him. I think he's a funny guy, but he has a whole different business model. I want like a smallish company, like $1 million or less, and I just want to make great money, have freedom, have flexibility. But yeah, I don't know. So I was thinking, like, why do I, owning a business is really challenging. It's really stressful. It's never-ending work. I work like every day. Something. It's not like 8 hours a day every day, but it's always something. And there's constant responsibility. There's constantly things going wrong. You got to hire people. You got to fire people. Clients suck. They're annoying. There's all these moving parts. It's all really annoying. And there's a ton of responsibility. There's a ton of things that go wrong. You can lose money. There's a lot of risk. Everybody, at some level, all your employees resent you on some level. All your clients maybe think you're too young to be making this much money, or they, I don't know. There's all these different things, and there's all these different considerations that you don't get with a job, and it's really challenging. So it's kind of, sometimes it's just like, is it even worth it to run this business, And I question that a lot, you know what I mean? Like, should I just go get a job? But I really hate working for other people, and that's one, at least in my work experience up to this point, for some reason I just don't like other people telling me what to do, and I really love the freedom that comes with owning my own business. I'm the boss. I don't take shit from anybody. I can take days off if I want to, and I make good money, and that's, those are worth it to me. And I can, my mind is free to do other things. Like when I'm on my way to do estimates or to manage a job, I can listen to podcasts, and I really value that time. I don't have to sit in a cubicle. I don't have to take shit from someone. And for me, that freedom is worth it. And I make good money. I really do make good money. And I complain a lot, and it seems like a pain in the ass, but any job that I would get would be worse than what I'm doing right now, realistically. And I'm not saying start a painting business necessarily, but some sort of service-based business ideally, I think I would probably like to own like an online business of some kind, so I'd be location independent. But that comes with its own pitfalls, and it's very competitive, and also you kind of get isolated. But one of the downsides of my painting business is I'm stuck in one location. But I want to grow my business to the point where I can make a lot of money during 10 months out of the year, and then take 2 months off and be able to travel and have that freedom. I mean, whatever you do, there's going to be upsides and downsides. But like, I don't know. I know this video is very rambling and stuff like that, but also what I want to talk about is kind of like the value I've gotten out of starting a business. Like, it's been like 3.5 years now since I've started going out on my own. Basically, when COVID started, we're at the end of 2023. So I guess like 4 years minus 6 months, I worked for somebody because I failed my first business because I pretty much just gave up. But then in this new business, I basically worked for like a year, 6 months stint. I was working for someone else, and then I guess 2.5 years now on this under my current business name. And I just want to reflect on what I've kind of learned. I've learned a ton of stuff. So I've learned marketing. I've learned about sales. It's taught me a lot about just grit and determination and just not giving up. Also, just my people skills have improved a ton, and my ability to read people, my ability to sell to different types of people, my ability to trust my gut when I'm hiring someone, to know like if they're a good person or if they're going to screw up. And like, I've gotten way more, like my boundaries are way better with people, with clients, and with potential employees or subcontractors. And people don't, I used to be really like a huge pushover before I started this business, and like way too nice with people, and like didn't have strong boundaries. And this business, I mean, it just forces you, it like it's like a furnace, and it just like burns you into becoming what you need to be to run a business, which is someone who has strong boundaries, who has grit and determination, who solves problems, who doesn't give up. And I have a huge long way to go, but that's just some of the things that I've gotten out of this business. And it's really challenging. I mean, like, I have to constantly, hire people, not constantly, but I've gone through a ton of different people, hiring them, then you got to fire them, dealing with difficult clients, having to raise my prices so I can actually afford to run a business, and then different marketing avenues, which have been good for a while and then gone down. And then I tried other marketing, avenues. I spent a bunch of money, wasted money, and then pivoting and just being on your feet, problem solving constantly. And it's challenging, but I kind of enjoy the challenge. So I think, I don't know whether I'm continuing this business for now, but whether I do a different business or go some other direction in my life, I think those are that's the value that I've gotten. I've gotten a lot of value out of this business, honestly. And it's changed my character, I feel like, almost like changed me as a person, honestly. And I really value that, even though like from the outside, people think that, I've just been wasting my life being a painting contractor. Like, who wants to be a painting contractor? And it is stupid. Like, I could do so many other different things in my life, but I think that I will take those lessons and that, the grit, determination, the people skills mainly, and just the problem solving ability, and just the being comfortable with the chaos of running a business. And whatever if I can choose to continue running this business or go into something else, I think that's what I'll take from this experience. But I don't know. For the 4 people who are subscribed to my channel, or for anyone else who stumbles on this, I know this is long and rambling. It is a struggle to start a business. It's challenging. It's not easy, but it's a really interesting and valuable experience. I'd encourage anyone, if they're my age or younger or older or whatever, to just try it. Just try it in some capacity. Just start taking some sort of action. Buy some leads, go door to door, get some sort of marketing. Just do some sort of marketing and just try to convince someone that you can do something in exchange for money, and that's it. And you don't even have to charge a lot. You can charge. I remember when I first started my window cleaning business years ago, I had this stupid little side hustle as a window cleaner, and I literally went to this dude, and it's such a great feeling. He had this whole storefront. It was a computer repair shop, and I cleaned the inside of it was probably like 20 windows, inside and outside, for $20, which is absolutely nothing. And I was stoked because I got my first account, and then I had another account, and then I have another account, and it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a rush to like just get that first sale. And I would just encourage anyone who thinks that they want to start a business or is wondering if they can, just go out and just try it, and you might be surprised at what you get. And just don't be a bitch, and just try it, and just take risks and fail. I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? You're not going to, you lose some money. Just don't bite off more than you can chew, and just go out and just have some balls and just try it. So anyways, that's all I got. Have a good day.